Greetings, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another episode of the SavvyCat podcast. I'm Savvy.
I'm Cat.
And I got my name right this time.
Yes, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Now, before we get on to this week's topic, I wanted to have a little story time because I am angry. Well, not angry.
Sam has a grievance.
I'm not angry, but more, I don't know the word.
I'm angry for you.
I'm angry, but more, I guess, confused and betrayed. I have no trust in anyone.
Yeah.
The real thing is that I got punched in the trust issues today.
Yes.
So, in the UK, cafes and things have just opened, and so I was going for my walk to get my coffee, like I normally do, and I see that there's a place selling ice cream. They've got like 5 vegan flavors and 2 not vegan flavors. So I was like, vegan ice cream that I can buy? Amazing. And so I went and I ordered a vegan chocolate sorbet. Now, I didn't specify vegan because it said it was vegan, so I assumed.
It was dark chocolate sorbet.
A dark chocolate sorbet. And they pull out they start scooping this ice cream into the cone, and I wasn't really paying much attention or thinking much of it. And then I walk away and I look at it, and it is neither dark nor a sorbet.
No. You sent me a photo of it. It very much looked ice cream consistency.
It looked like tip-top chocolate ice cream is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Not that anyone listening to this knows what tip-top is, but it's the best.
You should.
The best. It's a New Zealand.
I'm sorry. No. Back up. Let's go back to
Tip Top's a New Zealand.
People not knowing what Tip Top.
Tip Top's a New Zealand brand.
But it should be everywhere.
Tip Top is the best ice cream brand. None of it's vegan. They don't make any vegan ice cream. But in terms of like
their jelly tip ice cream.
Oh, don't even talk to me about jelly tip ice cream. I can't eat it. Lime swirl.
Oh.
You mentioned these ice cream flavors here, and these flavors like don't exist here, which is disappointing. Jelly tip ice cream is like vanilla ice cream with pieces of chocolate and jelly in it, and then lime swirl is like lime ice cream. Orange chocolate chip ice cream. They had like Gold Digger, which is like
I really like
Hokey
like
Pokey.
Goody Gumdrops.
Hokey Pokey.
I really like Goody Gumdrops.
Hokey Pokey. There was a brand at home that did a vegan Hokey Pokey ice cream, because Hokey Pokey wasn't even vegetarian. It had gelatin in it, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
But there was a brand that did vegan Hokey Pokey, and then they changed it and they stopped doing vegan Hokey Pokey, and you know what they did instead?
What?
It's like mango and turmeric.
I know exactly the brand you're talking about.
Why? Why? Why would you replace the best Hokey Pokey ice cream is like vanilla ice cream with tiny circles, like honeycomb spheres. It's so good. Yeah. And they replaced mango and turmeric ice cream? Are you kidding me? Anyway, New Zealand has a lot. We have so many ice cream flavors that you don't have here, which is disappointing. Like, Tip Top is way better than Ben & Jerry's. Fact.
Yes.
Fact.
My grandfather used to run a dairy, and he used to like scoop ice
Again,
cream.
you're gonna have to tell people what a dairy is. You're gonna have to tell people what a dairy is.
A
corner shop.
Corner store, a 7-Eleven. It's a dairy.
Better than a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. They're usually run by like families.
Yeah, you can buy like your
corner shops,
milk, eggs, and then a bunch of drinks, and a lot of them do ice cream and pies. Pies are a big part of New Zealand culture. Like, everyone talks about meat pies here, but like pies are a thing at home. You can get them at all petrol stations. You have them for breakfast. You drive your car while you're eating a pie. That's just how it goes. You need breakfast, you stop at Z petrol station and you get a freaking chana masala pie, and then you eat that while you're driving to work.
Yes.
One hand eating your pie, one hand on the steering wheel.
Yes.
That's just the Kiwi way.
Yes.
It's just like £2 for a pie.
One hand is the pie, one hand on a steering wheel, and then your thing is a what's it called? An energy drink.
Yeah.
That is
Kiwi
life.
Yeah. And you drive with bare feet. At least I do. I don't drive with shoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
But
Wearing
people-
shoes is...
The worst is people who drive with jandals. Why would you drive with That's so dangerous. Drive with jandals.
I don't like that.
Drive with bare feet. Don't drive with jandals. I feel like you're not allowed to drive with bare feet, so maybe don't take my advice.
That should be illegal. That it could get caught underneath the pedals.
I think driving with jandals is illegal. This guy I was seeing, he came and picked me up. Oh, in his car, and you know what he was fucking wearing on his... Oh, it's dangerous, you're gonna hate me. But, you know those slippers that are like monster feet? He's driving, wearing those. I didn't know that until we got to his house. For the record.
No.
So these slippers are bigger than my head. And he was wearing them on his feet.
Oh my god. Yeah, anyway, back to your ice cream that was not TikTok.
So it was not sorbet. And I've been vegan for like 3.5 years, so I've not had dairy for a long time. So I don't know what dairy tastes like. And I get this a lot. If I order like a drink and it kind of tastes like slightly different to what I'm used to, like, I'm like, I don't... Did they fuck this up? And usually I have a person with me and I'm like, can you taste this and tell me, like, assure me, is this dairy? Did they fuck this up? I had no one to do this with in this ice cream. And so I just kind of convinced myself that it was dairy because it tasted different. And I was like, this is how I remember ice cream tasting. But then I'm like, I don't remember what ice cream tastes like, so I can't make that connection at all. I'm like, I could be remembering this as an ice cream that I had like a year ago. I don't know. But regardless, it was a sorbet, so it shouldn't have been creamy at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And so then I felt really sick. And I was like, well, I don't know if I feel sick because I just ate dairy or because I'm having a panic attack about potentially eating dairy. But in short, I paid a lot for this, like, expensive ice cream. And it tasted good, but I couldn't enjoy it because I was just freaking out the entire time and feeling betrayed. And now as a vegan, you just don't trust anyone ever when it comes to food. And freaking Alex just symbolized that in my brain. I can't believe he did that. I cannot believe...
I'm like genuinely pissed about
I cannot believe he did that. I watched that and I'm like, you are the reason
we're talking about
trust issues.
Yeah. I'm Alex from the E-Boys.
Fucking Jesus Christ, Alex.
I love that boy. But...
And they all thought it was so funny. I'm like, bro, if you did that to me, I would literally... man, people joke about that all the time. They're like, haha, I'll give you meat. And I'm like,
that's not funny. That's not cute.
I don't know what I would do if someone did that to me. I just... No, that did actually happen once. On accident. Not with meat. But someone else decided my morals for me on what they thought was okay. So it was a friend's mom. So I didn't eat, like, this was back when I was like 13, so I didn't eat meat, and that included like cheese, because a lot of cheese had rennet in it, which comes from a cow. I went to a friend's house and I asked if the cheese, they knew that I didn't eat cheese that had rennet in it. They knew I was vegetarian, and that was like all fine. And then so they made food with cheese on it and stuff. And then I ate it, and then I find out that it had rennet in it, and her mom just said that she thought it was okay because it was halal, and so it wasn't killed for a sport or anything, and so it was like humane, so it's fine.
That's so fucked up. That's so ridiculously fucked up. I'm sorry, that's so wrong.
I was just there like, did you just decide for me what
That's so wrong. I'm so sorry that happened.
I just never trusted anything anyone gave me ever again. So...
Fair enough. That's so wrong. If someone's diet is their way, don't change that. Don't adjust that. Don't... That's not your body.
God.
So it's not your choice.
Exactly. Fuck, the idea of fucking Alex is like, I was just too lazy. Yeah, it's vegan sausage. If you did that to me, I would murder you. I'm a vegan, but I'm not against killing you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's so messed up.
Oh, God. I'm never going to forgive him for that. It didn't even happen to me. I've never met him in my life, and I'm never going to forgive him for it. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was a good tangent.
Oh.
Don't lie to people.
Anyway, the actual...
is the moral of the story. Don't lie. God, okay.
Especially when it comes to what they're actually eating and consuming.
Yeah, for all you know, they're allergic. Not that it makes a difference or matters. But it's like there's these things where people think that people who say they're gluten-free are like pretentious. Because it became like an LA sort of thing. It's like, so people who order gluten-free, there was a thing where a lot of like chefs and stuff would like sprinkle breadcrumbs on food of people who order gluten-free. Yeah. And it's like some people are like deathly allergic to gluten.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, you fucking pretentious prick. But it's like, this person could die. You don't just deal with it.
Yeah, or it's like the people who like, you know, there was like those, a few years ago, there was like those quirky stories of like, Starbucks workers, like not putting extra sugar or putting like full fat milk. Like that's dangerous to people's health.
It also just like...
it's dangerous.
It's not that hard to just make what they order.
And they paid for. They paid for that.
And I mean, I know that you're a minimum wage worker or whatever, but like it doesn't impact you. That's not...
at all.
It's stupid. And like, oh my God, that's another thing that pisses me off so much. You order a drink. I don't go to Starbucks very often, but you order like a frappe. And they'll make it, like I order a soy frappe, and then they'll put whipped cream on it. And I'm like... I know. Why would you...
I know, they do that.
I didn't ask for cream.
Yeah.
And also, it's a soy drink. Why would you put cream on it?
Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm the same. It's like, I've had multiple instances where I start drinking a drink thinking it's soy or non-lactose or any other variant, and then I get home and then I don't feel so good because it ain't that.
Well, everyone is lactose intolerant. That's my fun fact of the day. If you're not lactose intolerant, you have a mutant gene because humans are not designed to drink milk from other animals. So we're all lactose intolerant. That's my fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid. Like, I've sent a drink back because they put whipped cream on the top of it, and they were like, it was a busy day, and I sent it back. I'm like, look, I ordered a soy drink. I can't drink this. Why did you put cream on it? And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll fix it. They put my drink to the back of the line of like 20 other orders, and I was with friends, so they all had their drinks. And it took 15 minutes. If you fuck up, you're meant to remake that first. Like, that's the priority. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
I also went to a place where I was, like, doing baristering and stuff. And I was like, do you have, like, a specific jug for soy milk and stuff? Because you're meant to, like, prevent cross-contamination. They're like, no, we just wipe it. And I'm like...
No.
No! It's like, it's clean. I'm like, you don't have like a death allergy to dairy, clearly. Yeah. Like, it's fine for me as a vegan. I don't care if it's like been made in the same, I don't care. But like, someone could be,
if you're allergic to something,
dangerously allergic to that.
It's like, imagine, it's like, especially with like, I don't know, the chocolate ice cream or something like that. Like, if it was like, it's like, I've had this happen before to a friend. It's like, they ordered cookies and nobody told them that it had nuts in it. And it's like, nuts is famous for being deathly allergic to some people. Like, some people are deathly allergic to, even if they're in the same room as nuts, they could die. And then just no one told them that this cookie that did not have nuts in the name or did not have nuts in the ingredients had nuts in it.
It's just, it's not that difficult. It's like you have one job.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Anyway, I don't trust people.
Anyway,
That's
that
the
was
moral
our
of the
spiel.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we came to talk about is the 16 personalities quiz, because I don't remember why I decided to do it and tell you to do it. I've done it before and I forgot my results. I've done it about 7 times and I forget my results, and then every time I get the same thing, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's what I got.
Me too.
I don't remember what motivated me to want to do it again, but I did, and I got Kat to do it, and then we wanted to share our results with you because they're quite interesting and they're scarily accurate.
Very, very accurate. Very, very accurate.
So we're doing this because someone asked to talk about like how we figured ourselves out and things, and a loaded question. Let us know when you find out.
Yeah.
We just make it up.
If you could give us... Yeah, it's like, you know how, like, people, like, say, you're this type of friend. If you could tell me what type of person I am, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be really helpful.
I don't know who I am at all. I sort of pretend that I do, but it changes so often. Like, if you look at me even 6 months ago, I was a very different person. And then you look at me a year ago, again, completely different. If you, year by year, myself, I am barely recognizable to me. So, who knows where I'm going to be in a year. This is probably not my final form. Although right now, I'm like, this is my final form. It's probably not.
You right now is quite good.
This is my favorite form of
I've
me.
liked all the yous. But
this is the most independent me I've been. This is the most me I've been. Usually I'm an extension of another person. So. Yeah. Although currently we're both kind of extensions of each other. We've become almost, it's like kind of to the point where it's like problematic. Because like Kat will like be offline and I'm like, where did she go? And she'll come back, like, after she'll be gone for, like, 3 hours. And I'm there, I'm like, Kat, I miss you. Where did you go? Kat, where did you go? And she'll have, like, a million messages from me being like, why did you leave me? Where did you...
Well, I mean, it's... I'm probably not doing the right thing by literally going through every single one of the messages and individually replying.
No, that's exactly what you should be doing. That's exactly what you should be doing. That's the only way to do it. When other people don't do that for me, and I'm like, why not? You send a bunch of messages and people don't reply to every single one of them. Yeah. And I'm like,
I know.
Excuse me, I sent all of those. Why did you not reply to all of them?
Yeah. If you're not having 3 conversations at the same time, are you really friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But effectively, Kat and I have morphed.
Yeah.
We're our own people.
Even our results are extremely close together.
The only difference is that I have the... What do they stand for? What does it say?
What's yours?
I am...
Yeah.
I'm INFPT.
I'm INFJT.
So you've got judgmental, and I have perspective, I think is the difference.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I have judging.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm prospecting. What percentage are you on that?
Judging, I'm 81%.
That's insane. I'm 72% prospecting. So we're like very different on that one.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go through what we are, and you can see how similar we are. This might not be entertaining for you, but it is entertaining for us. So.
Yes. I would just like to start off the insight of the day. My insight of the day is, again, scarily accurate. Advocates. I'm an advocate. That's like the name. I'm a turbulent advocate. I'm an INFJT. So, advocates are the least likely personality type to drive faster than most other drivers. That is me. I do not drive fast. I drive too fast. Scarily slow.
I drive too fast.
I don't drive fast. I almost didn't pass one of my driving tests because I was driving too slow.
That would be the J, because you have to be in, like, control, and the idea of going fast is, like, scary. Whereas I don't have the J, and I drive too fast and catch myself out too often. Man, I miss driving.
Yeah. No, I can't drive fast. I drive at 80. That's the fastest.
Kilometers per hour, not miles per hour.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know the trends. I think it's so weird that you use miles per hour in the UK. Why? Because everything... You use the metric system, so why are you driving in miles?
Yeah. I don't know.
Doesn't make sense. Confuses me.
No.
Mine is... I'm a mediator, by the way. Mine is mediators are the most likely type to dream of winning a Nobel Peace Prize. So... In terms of what I do and my ambitions, I don't dream of winning a Nobel Peace Prize, but I understand... In terms of personality...
You'd be in that line. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, it says my strategy is constant improvement today. What does that mean? I'm going to click on that. Oh, shit, that's long.
Yeah, mine's also constant improvement. I'm sensitive.
Yeah,
driven
sensitive
by doubt.
soul, driven by doubt, reality and romance. It just tells what's the right career. Constant improvers long for something more, extends their professional life. Just over a quarter of these types say their career is a great fit for them. A rate of agreement that is less than other strategies. Interesting. This doesn't necessarily mean that constant improvers are in the wrong careers for them, but they might wonder if they are coming for me. It's coming for me.
Yeah. I am
restless,
94% introverted.
I'm so restless. 96% of constant improvers say they often feel misunderstood. Oh. Well, okay, well, you see, about that. Constant improvers care a great deal about what others think of them. This can trigger insecurity.
62% of constant improvers say that they're more concerned about being single for extended periods of time the older they get. I don't do that.
I definitely do. Just talking about like being an individual. Just before, like, I have these moments. Right, I've been in relationships constantly for like most of my since I was a teenager, and so like this is the longest I've been by myself, and I'm like, it's great. I've learned so much about myself. It's been so good for myself. And then every now and then I kind of get this.
Yeah.
Just, it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. But every now and then I'm kind of hit with this thing of like, remember when you were in a relationship? Why don't you have that again? You're never going to have it again because look at those people that are your age that have been in relationships for years and they're all living together now and you don't have that, which means that you're never going to have it. So, it's dumb. It's not true. It shouldn't matter. And I don't want to be in a relationship. But... That's...
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I've only been in one short-term relationship. And that was enough for me. I'm good now.
Lucky. I had a moment today where I just, like, a memory from being with my ex, like, popped into my head. And I was like, oh, I miss that. Like, I don't miss them. But I, like, miss that. And then I was like, what? Why did I think of that? Why am I sad now? Why am I, like, longing for a relationship? I like being by myself and having this relationship with myself. I realized recently how terrified I am of relationships because I fall into this thing of, like, because of, like, trauma and stuff, I kind of have this thing of, like, I need to please you every single second of every single day. I will do anything for you. I didn't realize I had that until a few days ago. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
At least you recognize it now. That's like
I'm like
80% of the step.
How do I get to a point where I am like I am with you, with any other person? You just get me.
I don't know.
We just get each other, and I think that it's problematic in the way of I feel like there's no way I can ever get into a situation with any person where we understand each other as much as we understand each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even in
Yeah.
other friendships, I'm kind of like this thing of like, I'm afraid of everyone judging me all the time, but I know you never judge me, and I'd like to have that straight away with someone, and I know that it takes work, and that's infuriating.
Yeah, I think the problematic part is that neither of us want to deal with the fact that this level of communication has come with 10 years of friendship.
Oh my god. Can friendships just start like this? That'd make life easier. Stupid. It's like I have anxiety.
Speaking of friendships, I have anxiety.
Speaking of friendships,
I am 94% introverted.
I am 89% introverted, which is interesting. A lot of people don't think I'm an introvert, and everyone's really shocked to hear that I'm an introvert.
I'm obviously an introvert. Yes. I don't think anybody's been confused about me being
You are very introverted, and like I see that definitely. A lot of people think that I am an extrovert, and you're wrong.
I think it's the way of like you're extroverted in the way of your morals. Not in the terms of like other actual people.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's also in the way I present myself, right? Like a lot of introverts sort of want to like hide off. I do not look like I want to hide. I dress like I want to be the center of attention, but I don't. Yeah. And I do present myself with a lot of confidence and things, but it's draining. I can only do it for very short periods of time, and then I'm like, I'm done. I need a nap for like a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if any of you are in our Discord server, you know how sort of awkward we are, and the fact that we aren't in there very often because we're terrified of everyone. Always.
Everyone. Yeah.
So, yeah. Energy. I got 83% intuitive. What did you get?
I got 80% intuitive.
We're very similar there. And so intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities. That sums me up very well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
What does that mean?
Nature, I'm 83% feeling.
I'm 85% feeling.
Sensitive and emotionally expressive. They're empathetic, less competitive, and focus on social harmony and cooperation. Yep.
That sounds right. And then we already talked about tactics. I'm 72% prospecting, and Kat was what, like 80% judgment?
81% judging.
And so prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and spotting opportunities. They tend to be flexible, relaxed, non-conformists who prefer keeping their options open. And then Kat got the opposite to that, which is...
I'm decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Yep.
And then we both got turbulent.
Yeah.
How much turbulent did you get?
90%.
I'm 97. I'm 97% turbulent. 97%.
When you read the description.
Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. They are likely to experience a wide range of emotions and to be success-driven, perfectionist, and eager to improve. So,
yikes.
Read more. What is it? 79% of those with turbulent traits say they think a lot about their regrets. That's fun.
Yeah.
God.
What are my strengths and weaknesses?
Only 62% of turbulent identity feel confident facing day-to-day difficulties.
It's like, you know that whole, like, having anxiety isn't a personality trait. Well, apparently it is.
Okay, but this is why we work so well together, because we're similar in the ways that we think and we feel So we're similar in like our emotions and the ways that we cope with a lot of them in terms of like how we think, and our morals are all quite similar. But then when it comes down to like how we approach things and like business and things, I'm very good at improvising and just working to my situation, whereas Kat's very good at structure and being controlled. And I feel like that is really good when we're like really similar and compatible in so many ways, but we both have different abilities to function in that sort of way, like when it comes together and making ideas.
I think it's really good, like we're able to like play off each other. It's like Sav sometimes messages me like what do you think of like planning this, blah blah blah, and she gets my thoughts on like structure and timings and when we should operate things, and I have a very hard time letting go of things and keeping with the moment, so I usually message her like, is this really important? Do I actually need to hold on to this?
It's all quite interesting, and it's like like I'm terrible at scheduling and structuring anything. I love
scheduling so much. I love it so much.
So it works very well for this.
I have a journal, and like I plan out like all my days.
I really tried.
These are my days. These are my day plans.
I just can't.
I like my schedules.
I write up a schedule, but I just generally just go with it. Because it's interesting. It's interesting that we're different in that way. But I wanted to read about...
But, like, the bad... Yeah. The bad side of that is, like, I don't know how to not be on schedule. So, like, even when we're on holiday, I had a hard time... not doing things. And sad.
Okay.
Made that a lot more comfortable for me.
I want to read a little bit about these. So, let's read about... Did we read about being intuitive? Did we read about being intuitive?
Yeah, I think so. I want to see my strengths and weaknesses.
91% of those with the intuitive trait say they like to discuss different views and theories of what the world would look like in the future. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
People don't think about... What? So 88% of those with intuitive...
Wait.
What?
Yeah. People don't imagine what happens if this... People don't think what if?
Yeah. Apparently they don't. Which is... interesting.
Yeah. 83% of those with an intuitive trait say their minds often drift off during a conversation. People don't do that?
I can't focus to save my life.
That's...
Can we go to strengths and weaknesses? Where does it say that? Where did you find that?
It's in you have to go to your like type, so I'm an advocate, and then next.
Okay, great.
So we'll both have different strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. So, I'm idealistic. Mediators, friends, and loved ones will come to admire and depend on them for their optimism, their unshaken belief that all people are inherently good, perhaps simply misunderstood, lends itself to an incredibly resilient attitude in the face of hardship.
I think that was very true and is very true. Not on TikTok, but everywhere else and everything else in the world, you're very positive about things.
I am it's this thing of like, it's like, everything is good. And then I just don't internalize it.
Yeah.
People would...
It's like, you have a great way of like, seeing the positive outcomes.
Well, it's like,
trying
we're
to
talking
help
about...
people and believing people...
Well, it's like we talk about cancel culture and things, right? And I guess that's reflected there where I'm like, people can change. And I guess a lot of people don't see that. They kind of like, this person is bad, they're bad forever. But I don't hold that. I sort of do hold that belief that everyone is good at heart, which kind of gets you into shit situations. That's how I've ended up with so many toxic people in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I trust everyone, which is bad.
Yeah.
People with the mediator personality type have no interest in having power over others and don't care much for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard.
Definitely, yeah.
Thank you. And I'm very creative and passionate and energetic.
Nice.
When something captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their belief, they go all in, dedicating their time, energy, thoughts, and emotions to the project. Their shyness keeps them from their podium, but they are the first to lend a helping hand. That one directly attacked me so hard just now. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
I don't like that. That's just coming for me. What does yours say?
I am insightful, seeing through dishonesty and disingenuous motives. Advocates step past manipulation and sales tactics into a more honest discussion.
I wish I could do that.
Advocate personalities see how people and events are connected. They then use their insight to get to the heart of the matter.
That's true. You go into things with much more thought than I do. That's where the difference is in us.
Yeah. I think that's really it. It's like, I think I just think about things.
Well, I think about things after they happen. I hate myself rather than questioning before I do it.
Determined and passionate. When advocates come to believe that something is important, they pursue the goal with conviction and energy that can catch others off guard. Yikes, that's true. Advocates will rock the boat if they must. Not everyone likes to see this, but their passionate for the chosen cause is an inseparable part of the advocate personality. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
See, those are strengths, though. Right?
Yeah.
My weaknesses, I'm too idealistic. Mediators often take their idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment again and again. Evil things happen in the world. This is true on a personal level too, as mediators may not just idealize their partners, but idolize them, forgetting that no one is perfect.
I'm perfectionistic. Advocate personalities are all but defined by their pursuit of ideals. While this is a wonderful quality in many ways, an ideal situation is not always possible. In politics, in business, and romance, advocates, especially turbulent ones, too often drop or ignore healthy and productive situations and relationships, believing there might be a better option down the road.
Oh no. Oh no, Kat. We're revealing way too much about ourselves here.
Extremely private, advocates tend to present themselves as accumulation of an idea. They use this image to keep themselves from having truly open up, even close friends. Trusting a new friend can be even more challenging for advocates. Yikes.
Too altruistic. Mediators sometimes see themselves as selfish, but only because they want to give so much more than they are able to. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as they try to push themselves to commit to a chosen cause or person, forgetting to take care of the needs of others in their lives, and especially themselves. Impractical. When something captures mediators' imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. Sometimes people with the mediator personality type will take this asceticism so far as to neglect eating and drinking as they pursue their passion or cause. You know what? Just because I forget to eat breakfast and lunch because I'm busy doesn't mean anything, okay?
So can burn out easily. Their passion and patience for routine maintenance, idealism, and extreme privacy tends to leave advocates with few options letting off steam. People with this personality type are likely to exhaust themselves in short order if they do not find a way to balance their ideals and realities day-to-day living.
You guys have no idea how true that is for her. You have no idea. The amount of times I had to yell at her and tell her to take a break is ridiculous. I tell her every single day, Kat, you're going to burn yourself out. Kat, you have to stop. You have to stop.
I don't like this anymore.
Mediators are in tune with emotions and morality, and when facts and data contradict their ideals, it can be a real challenge for them. Mediators often take challenges and criticisms personally rather than as inspiration to reassess their positions. Avoiding conflict as much as possible, mediators will put a great deal of time and energy into trying to align their principles and the criticisms into a middle ground that satisfies everybody. Let's look at our friendships one. What do our friendships say?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ouch.
I don't like those weaknesses.
No, they were too hard. They hit too hard. Mediators crave the depth of mutual human understanding but tire easily in social situations. They're excellent at reading into others' feelings and motivations but are often unwilling to provide the same insight into themselves. Hey, excuse me. Oh, mediators like the idea of human contact but not the reality of social contact. That's just...
In friendship, it's as though advocates are searching for a soulmate. Someone who shares every facet of their passions and imaginations.
That's me, guys. That's me.
Yeah, that's it. I love this so much because it's basically like they don't like anyone. Like they don't like. They love people and they want to help people and find meaningful things, but they don't actually like people.
I like you're saying they as though it's not you.
I know.
Oh, God.
Advocates are very insightful and have a particular knack for seeing beyond others' disguises. They're able to interpret others' intentions quickly and easily and weed out those who they deem incompatible.
Interesting.
I love that, incompatible.
Mediators will always need to disappear for a while, removing themselves from others so they can recenter on their own minds and feelings. Often enough, people with the mediator personality type will emerge from this time alone, having come to some momentous decisions that even their closest friends didn't know was weighing on them. Except Kat.
Yeah.
Who literally every time I have any thought, Kat knows about it. So... she is my brain. Well, she's not, you know... I don't know how this happened or when it happened, but it's like anytime I think it goes both ways, where it's kind of gotten to this point where it's like anything happens and it's like, can I call? Yes. And then we'll just talk for hours about shit and cry together on call. And that is disappearing.
Anytime
we disappear from the entire world except for each other.
Yeah. Well, I'm reading this and it's like, advocates are often perfectionistic, which, yeah, looking for ultimate compatibility. Advocates must learn to meet others halfway and recognize that the kind of self-improvement and depth they demand is simply exhausting for many types. Otherwise, they may abandon friendships in their infancy to search for more ideal compatibilities. Yes, we were just talking about this. If it ain't Savannah or it ain't... Nope.
It's quite interesting. Oh, God.
This is hitting a bit too hard.
They're all so intensely accurate. I hate it. Few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as a mediator. Thank you.
Additionally, as trust grows, advocates will share more of what lies beneath the surface. If those ideas and motives are mutual, it's the sort of friendship that will transcend time and distance, lasting a lifetime.
Yours is so poetic, what it wrote about you. Mine is sort of saying, it kind of says that the idea of being friends with someone your polar opposite is very intriguing. It's fascinating enough to outweigh the practical challenges to the friendship. Which is interesting.
I'm the complete opposite. Mine's basically saying if I don't like them from the first week, I don't like them ever.
Ideas like networking, the friend of a friend is my friend, hold little weight with mediators. Friendships are earned on their own merit. This is true. Mediators' tendency to protect
when it comes to friendships.
Protect their sensitive inner cores and values from criticism, especially if they are on the more turbulent side of the spectrum, means that acquaintances will likely get nowhere near them without sustained and tactful effort. This is true. I have to protect my soul because otherwise people will be mean.
I'm probably not helping that situation either. I threaten to beat up literally everyone.
I also have a passionate support and idealism, subtle poetic wit, and a level of emotional insight that is hard to match. My friends will be rewarded with calm sensitivity and depth and an ever-present desire to help, learn, and grow.
Definitely.
Thank you. So basically, this personality test, I have friends who've taken it who say it doesn't really apply to them that much, but they're more in the middle. Because Kat and I are on the extreme ends of every single thing that we answered, it's very close. Whereas a lot of people get, like, you know, if they're on, like, 60% or, like, 40% or whatever, it's, like, obviously
it's
not
harder to,
gonna line up as well. Especially if you're, like, you know, really close. If you're, like, 10% one thing and then 80% another, it's going to have you, like, off a bit, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's so weird that it's scarily accurate. Like, it's really accurate.
I just read my life story when I read it. It was just...
Yeah.
And it's this thing, like I said, like, I talk to people about it and they're like, oh, well, if it's, like, a horoscope, you know, they're quite, like, broad and they could apply to anyone. I'm like, no, this couldn't apply to anyone. This is specific.
No, this is me.
This is like specific.
If you want to know who I am, you read this description.
It tells you all. They have entire books, and genuinely the amount of temptation I had to buy it and read about who I am as a person, because I'm like, maybe they know more about me than I do. It was very tempting.
Yeah. It is tempting.
I feel like I'd find out a lot about myself.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, thank you for coming along. I hope that you learnt stuff about us. We kind of were just... I don't know how interesting that was for you, but we had a good time, so I hope you did too.
Yeah, we had fun, so... whatever.
Before we leave... Oh, goodness. So sorry.
If you want to do this test yourself, the description will be... like, the link in the description will be, and you can tell us, like... if you found it, like, accurate or not.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you are and what it says and if it's accurate.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we go, a big thank you to our patrons.
Yeah. Is Amy, Emily, Lily, Eliza, Mimi, Jordan, Gina, and Midge.
We love you all so
much. On the planet.
If you want to join our Patreon, it will be linked in the description, or you can go straight to patreon.com/SavvyCat. We've added a whole bunch of tiers, and, well, not tiers.
We have so much perks.
We've added a lot of perks since we last talked to you, so there's, like, a lot. For just, like, a small donation every month to help us keep doing this, you can get so much, including...
Sav is uploading, like, music, like, stuff, and, like, insights to her music, and covers and stuff. So if you don't like that, I don't care. I get it. I get it now. Do you understand how excited I am?
We also created a private Instagram account. So if you want access to our private Instagram account, you can get that. As well as we're doing little mini series.
Yes.
So then, like, 2 or 3 times a week, I'm going to sit down and do, like, chats and just post that up. And then we've got bonus podcast content. That's not going to be in our podcast. That's going to be there. We've got a lot.
Yeah.
We've got a lot there. And it's all under £10 a month is the most expensive one. So it would help out a lot and we'd appreciate it hugely. Also, like Kat said, bonus music content.
Yes. I'm so excited about that. You don't understand. Like, I asked her to do Clean by Taylor Swift.
Yes, and that's posted up. If you wanted to watch it, you have to join. All the links to our other social medias will be in the description as well as normal. Donations and petitions and emails to send to MPs and things will be down there as well at thequeerkiwi.com/support, linked in the description.
Yeah. Go help out, sign some petitions. The world is shit right now and we
need your help.
Need to do all that we can to help.
So thank you for coming along. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see you next week. Or if you're one of our patrons, we'll see you probably in very shortly.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.